Hi everyone, another video kind of continuing on with the goodies that I picked up at my recent doll event, Puddle or Pulip and Doll Lovers event that was hosted in Rosemont this past weekend. I definitely got quite a few goodies, including a new doll and a new doll body. So today I'm going to kind of put together the doll body. I hope I have all the proper parts. If you remember from my Puddle video, I said that I got an Adyka body. It's an older version that didn't come with feet or arms, but it was compatible with SmartDoll and Delphi Dream heads, I believe. So it's a cinnamon Adyka body. I have sort of cinnamon arms. I have lots of hands. I have all the alternate hands, so the hands are no problem. I had 3 vinyl pieces for cinnamon, and I did not have cinnamon frames. I have like the upper shoulders, but that doesn't really matter because they don't really show. What I would need most likely would be the elbow joints and the wrist joints to make it more authentically cinnamon, but it's actually getting sort of hard, I guess, to find Gen 2 parts now. I still have a ton of frame pieces and some vinyl parts. Well, the vinyl, it doesn't matter. It can go both on Gen 2 and Evolve, but as far as I know, this Adyka body needs these connector pieces to connect the arms. And I had some flat T-feet that were not chaos or anything. I think they were like on a doll, and then I put some high heel feet on a doll. So these are just what I have available. I do have like 1 cinnamon foot, but I don't have any cinnamon feet frames. So this is just what I'm gonna have to go with, unless I want to pull the feet off of another doll for this Adyka body, which I probably won't. I do have a pair of cinnamon feet on the Evolve frame, but that's not going to work with the Adyka. So anyway, I'm just gonna take it out and see what we can put together here, because although I do have the 2 Adyka girls, they were like full set bodies, so I never really fiddled with their arms or legs or anything like that. So this is the box. That's the body. Sorry, you can't see me very well. If you've never seen an Adyka body, they actually have a metal interior frame, but it is similar in style to kind of SmartDoll. So I'm just going to take a look here and see how these plug in. Yep, that plugs in just fine. So that's where the arm is going to end up going. So I'm not too concerned about that. Now let's get the bust out. These doll bodies are notorious for dust collecting, and I have a somewhat dusty house, especially because my dogs are shedding right now. So like, don't be surprised in this video if you see little fur pieces starting to cling to this body. It's just, it is what it is, and I accept that. Because the trade-off is that you get a really nice squishy body. So here's the bust part, which you can see is very squishy. It's a bit bigger bust than obviously a standard SmartDoll bust. I don't know where it falls in the range of the rest of the busts, but it is similar again in style to SmartDoll in that it just slips right over the neck joint, and then you can see the arm sockets inside the cutouts there. So I'm going to go ahead and put the arms in. Really the only thing that you will see that will be noticeably different because of the joints that I have available would be at the elbow and then at the wrist. Oh, I guess at the foot too, when I put those T-feet in, plus the feet are actually T, and that's just all I got. I'm gonna have to like reach out to somebody and see if anybody has this spare part. I I think I do probably have an upper arm part in other skin tones, but I'm hoping maybe I can find somebody that has cinnamon, just so that I can make her look as complete as possible. So now to put the feet on, see if I can just bend her body up here so you guys can see this. Same thing, there are just little pegs in there. Actually, with the way that the Adyka body is designed, it actually covers up that ankle joint, so really all you're seeing is the foot, and I will probably just always have shoes on her so that it doesn't really show the difference there. So that's kind of nice as far as that for showing or not showing. See, already there's a little cling. All right, so the body is assembled. Just making sure the bust goes properly over the back. There's my dogs again, always wanting in because I'm always letting them out. It's a never-ending cycle with them. All right, so there's the body. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't have that arm part. If anybody knows, anybody that has a SmartDoll left upper arm vinyl part in cinnamon, please let me know. I'll probably put out a want to buy post or something. This was a secondhand body. Of course, somebody owned this before me and I did a trade for it. So I noticed on the underbust there, I don't think my light's gonna catch it. Well, maybe. You can see there's just like a couple of smudges. I don't know if I can kind of gently wash that off or not, but I'm not too concerned about it. So I have discovered with Adyka bodies, they actually fit pair clothes pretty nicely just because of how curvy they are. Like if you look at the thickness of their body, that is very similar to pear shape, at least around the waist and the hips. You know, the upper body is closer more towards the classic SmartDoll, but they can wear the pear shirts as well just because they do naturally have that bigger bust. So I'm just going to put these shorts on her if I can. Again, another thing with the Adyka bodies, which I think probably people are discovering in SmartDoll land with the Sofubi body, because of the material that it is made from, it's a little bit more of an effort to put the clothes on, because you know the softer vinyl it's not sticky, like it doesn't feel sticky to the touch. It's just, it likes to stick to the clothes, or the clothes likes to stick to it, and so it is a little bit more effort to put clothes on. I do wish I had this upper arm part. I don't know. I'll have to reach out and see if anybody out there has a vanilla, did I say vanilla? I mean to say cinnamon. All right, let's see if I can get this on without her like falling over here. Just before I started this video, I did kind of assemble these hands and arms from the spare parts that I have laying around. I sadly discovered that my hairdryer that I have used all these years to help me warm up and prep chaos parts that need to be trimmed, I think it has officially died. It doesn't want to turn on. I tried it in multiple outlets. It just wasn't happening, so I was kind of sad about that, because I've actually had that hairdryer for I don't even know how many years. Many. Alright, this may not be the most flattering outfit and it doesn't look that great with the missing upper vinyl arm part, but it is a pear t-shirt, And you can actually see that with this Adyka bust, which is, I don't know if Adyka offers multiple size busts, but it's stretching with this bust down there. So I'm just going to kind of hide her one upper arm, which is what I did with my one Coco SmartDoll that I had. I was missing her forearm for quite a while. Finally somebody sold me one, or I traded or something, I don't remember. But there's the Adyka body, and stands. She stands, you know, no support or whatever. She's just standing here. She's on the SmartDoll feet. She has the SmartDoll arm frames, and then it's an Adyka bust, and then the Adyka silicone body. So the nice thing about that, you know, again, I don't know how in-depth I did of a review with my two Adyka girls, the pink and the purple. But I know I've done 2 videos with them now because I got their heads back with the face-ups. But, you know, it's nice that you don't see joints here. But really, that's on this version of the body, that's the only spot, because, of course, you're still using SmartDoll arms. On the next version of Adyka, which I don't know how many versions they've gone through, but the pink and purple one I have, they have their own Adyka arms, and they have that same silicone material, so the joint at the elbow is not visible there. They still have the wrist joint and the ankle joint for the feet to be movable, like existing SmartDoll bodies, but the elbow joint and the knee joint are silicone, so you don't see that break. If that bothers you, it doesn't bother me at all, but it's just a different type of body, so it's kind of neat. I definitely appreciate the different feeling of the silicone body. I haven't really played a lot with my purple and pink girl, and I'm gonna have to get to know this body a little bit too. Plus I'll probably be putting out, you know, begging out there for either frames or vinyl parts. But one last touch just to see how it goes. I did bring a head out that I haven't had out in quite a while, and I want to make sure that it fits on the neck connector here, which it should. But there we go. I had to squeeze it down a little bit.
I have to squeeze down.
I have to squeeze down.
Oh, the dust wants to go in.
So there is my girl Souffle. Haven't had her out in a little while. Interesting thing, if you can see there, I did push her head down pretty far on the peg, but you can see there's just this tiny gap here between the head and the neck. Let me see if I can push it down anymore. I am going to say no. That's about as far as it goes. And she is a cinnamon head, but she has blushing, and just like my T-boy back there, who had a custom face up, I don't really think sealant does anything. But again, this is an Adyka body, so the match between the cinnamon of the SmartDoll and the cinnamon skin tone for Adyka is just slightly different. And on that one, on the boy, I don't know, you can really tell. I think I can. His head and that neck right there look very different to me, but when I look at it just in like a little lower light, it looks fine. Anyway, so here's a girl haven't had out in a while, Souffle. This is definitely not the body I've necessarily imagined for her, but I do like it. It's fun to have different body types, which I actually mentioned in whatever video I did just yesterday, I think. Oh, I was talking about it with the boys. So anyway, there you go. Adyka body. It's mostly assembled. Thank you again to my trade partner at Puddle. I'm really appreciative of this. This is a fun thing to experience. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. I will definitely be doing a few more Puddle goodie videos like this, because I have all those clothes and stuff to try on. So maybe I'll do some dolly dress up videos. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.